Can we get Ricardo Aguilar to work his way up to the stage here, all the way from Bakersfield? Ricky, if you can work your way up as well as...
Ricky, ven acá, por favor.
What happened? Ricky's coming up. Ricky, work your way up to the stage.
Still awake?
And if we can have Jorge Masvidal. Jorge, if you're here.
One of the greats. One of the great fighters.
Get Jorge.
Jorge Masvidal,
Adam,
baby.
if you can give him the mic, and Tom, if you can give him the mic. Let's have Ricky make some noise for Jorge Masvidal. Ricky Aguilar.
Jorge Masvidal, give it up. Give it up. That's a rare human being right there. Look at that. Wherever you want. You sit where you want, bro.
What is this?
Look at that.
How you doing, man?
Look at that. I'm producing estrogen. I'm producing estrogen as I stare at him.
So, Ricky, I'll come to you. I'll come to you first. Who recognizes Ricky from the podcast back in the days? Anybody recognize Ricky? My man. So, Ricky, I'll come to you first, and then Jorge, I'll come to you. Ricky, you're in California, okay? And is my mic on or just went out? Let's see. What are we doing? Let me just hold on to this. Okay. So can you guys hear me or no? Is this better than the other one? Okay. All right. We'll stick to this. Ricky, you live in Bakersfield, California.
California, yes, sir. California.
Bakersfield, California. Yeah. And your background, if you don't mind sharing with some of the folks here what your background is, family, and then, you know, where you stand politically with what's going on. Go for it.
Yeah, so absolutely, first of all, Pat, it's an absolute honor to be here with you. I remember we were sitting at a table just a few years back. It was a wooden table. It was me, Adam, Gerard, and Patrick on a little wooden table. To see that, the big PBD crowd here, this is awesome. Super happy to be here with you guys. Thank you guys, super awesome to be here with you as well. Just to give you guys a little bit of feedback, so we're actually from Michoacán, Mexico, which is a central state in Mexico, for my Mexicans in the crowd. But, however, my family came here. Obviously, they came illegally. They eventually became residents, even though that's what a lot of people find it hard that I'm Hispanic Mexican and I'm against illegal immigration. They're like, how? That's where your family came. I'm like, yeah, but if your dad killed somebody, it doesn't make it okay just because he's your dad. Don't work like that. You know what I mean? You have to have a family of laws. I have to have a country of laws. But anyway, grew up in the hood. My parents got divorced when I was 6. Grew up in the hood till I was about 13, well, no, actually lived there till about 17 years old. Got in trouble, dropped out of high school my junior year. You know, so I come from that hood, bad background, getting in trouble, getting suspended from school, you name it, all of it. But then, you know, a few years later, got in because of my brother, which I gave my brother a shout out, Alejandro, and the Dotoros and the Gaitans. I met Patrick, been working with Patrick for the past 8 years now, and he started giving me these ideas of, hey, so what do you think about the elections, and what do you think about this, and what do you think about that? I actually started in 2008, Pat, during the Obama election. So in 2016, I'm sorry, when Trump was running for president. And I said, I think Trump just wants power. That's all he cares about, because in the Hispanic community, when all you watch is Telemundo, Univision, all this bullshit, you're brainwashed by this idiot called Jorge, what the hell, Jorge Ramos. And so Pat started to kind of give me some ideas, and well, here we are, supporting Trump in California in a red state.
Ricky, you know, your family, now this is interesting because we have you're Michoacán, Mexico, right? Yes. California.
Yeah.
We have Jorge is Miami, Florida, on a completely different spectrum.
Completely different
Cuba,
side.
right? If I'm not...
My dad's from Cuba, my mom's from Peru. I was born in Miami, Florida, Dade County.
So, and for both of you guys, the Hispanic vote right now is a very, very important vote, right? Your own family, when they're coming to you, are they saying, Jorge, what are you doing supporting Trump? Or are you seeing a lot more friends and family coming and saying, dude, I'm all in with this guy right now? What are you hearing yourself?
No, Cubans are firm Republicans. It's like firmly, it's before I ever had my ideas and stuff, they were firmly against communism, they're firmly against socialism. So there's one party that usually fights at like a dog, and that's the Republican Party. You know, it's obviously not the Democratic Party. And my dad escaped Cuba when he was 14 years old. He escaped with his best friend. His best friend's uncle, they found a tire tractor, and they turned it into a raft, and they hit the high seas. 7 days later, they got to the Bahamas, they got extradited. And I heard all these stories like growing up. I was like, oh, this is bullshit. You know, ain't nobody 100 miles. Why would you do that? You know, when I was a kid, and as I got older and I understood what communism was, I was like, wow, I get it why you put your life at risk. My other aunt, between Guantanamo and the nearest town, there's a huge land, and that land is rigged with minefields, because if you get to Guantanamo, you could get asylum, at least back in the day. So my aunt risked her life, you know, and she crossed the field, and a mine blew off, and it blew off her left tit, gone. And she's still kicking ass, you know. She's got some nicknames and stuff, but she's a badass, you know. And these are the people that like raised me and spoke to me about what this country means to the rest of the world, why they were willing to risk their life, which when I first heard this, I didn't understand. I go, why would you walk through a fucking landmine? Like what's behind you that could ever make you do that? And when I understood what was happening to them, it's where I decided on my mind, where all my politics, how I would stand, and my values, everything.
You got a big voice. I mean, if you think about Miami, what happened with Miami, DeSantis, Dade County, I mean, that's a lot of stuff that the influence you directly had, because we would keep hearing about you being loud about it. How many guys, some of the best fights you've ever seen in UFC had to do with Masvidal?
Yeah.
And I'm just watching him. I'm like, you have no idea how many great stories I got of watching this guy fight. So much fun to watch. Ricky, on your end, Mexican, family, novelas, right? Or you got Jorge Ramos. Some of the Hispanics that vote for Kamala, if they do, why do they? And some of the ones that you're seeing switching on Trump, why do they, from your perspective?
So in 2020, you got to remember, especially for us over here in California, we share the border with Mexicali, we share the border with Tijuana, and so a lot of people, he did for example, the thing with the immigrants, and people took that personally because the Hispanic community, along with the black community, they're very emotional. All you gotta do is attack emotions, and that's it, it's game over. They're gonna make you emotional. And that's what Jorge Ramos did. What a lot of people don't know is that his daughter, Paola Ramos, was actually a part of Hillary Clinton's campaign when she was running for president. So obviously he wanted to support that because he wanted more access to the White House. Things that the normal Hispanic sitting at home would never know. And so anyway, but now in 2020, a lot of them were voting Democrat. But I'm very proud to say, Pat, that to my friends back home and to all my friends, even people that follow me on social media, and they're sending me messages, hey, I'm voting for Trump. Hey, bro, in 2020, I thought you were crazy. But you know what? The past 4 years have been a shit show, and we're tired of it. So they're making flags. Trump 2024, no more bullshit. So that's where we're at right now. And
Amen.
And just to bring this up, I was FaceTiming my wife earlier, and she got emotional, and she says, babe, when you're up there, don't forget that you're representing all those Hispanics that are tired of the bullshit, that came to live the American dream, that want things to be done right, that even though Mexico is our home country, this is first, America first. You're representing America first, and that's what we stand for. So just like George, hey, we're Hispanics, and we're willing to take the bullet. Screw it. You know, F it, we'll take the bullet. Call us whatever you want to call us. But little by little, we know that eventually the blindfold will come off and that you're going to see what's happening. So again, we're having a great turnout with a lot of the people. However, they're still about the emotional. A lot of the Jorge Ramos, he went down a little bit, but there's still people with the Kamala, and how can you stand behind somebody that wants to take away birthright citizenship and whatnot? What they failed to forget was that Obama deported more illegal immigrants than any other president in history. What they forget is that he put the cages out there that they blamed Trump for in 2014. What they forget also is that Obama had Congress, had the Senate, had the House. He could have gave residency to the DACA recipients and chose not to do it. So don't ever forget that. Obama had the power to do it all, and he did nothing for you. And here you are begging for citizenship again, and they're not gonna give it to you. They just play to the emotional tonality.
That's Ricky. One of the best decisions I ever made in my life was joining the U.S. Army. When I served the 101st Airborne Division Air Assault, the level of pride of America being the greatest country in the world went to the roof. If you are a veteran, or if you support veterans, you have family members, Veterans Day, we have brand spanking new gear for you to choose from, a whole plethora of options of what to choose from, with shirts that say we support armed veterans, I am an armed veteran, dog tags, shirts, hats, all of the different gears that we have. And for the first 250 people that place an order, you have the option of 12 to 15 brand spanking new mugs that we have. One says Angry Patriot, another one says BizDoc, another one has got the US flag, another one has PBD Podcast or Valuetainment or A Future Looks Bright. Go to vtmerch.com, place your order for Veterans Day. These things are gonna go very quickly, and you'll get a custom mug that'll be sent your way.
So if you like this clip and you want to watch another one, click right here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click right here.